Hi there. All right, welcome to our centering moment for today. All right, in 2 Samuel chapter 23, we see, first of all, notice reflection. We find what is called the last words of David. In other words, David is reflecting on the results of his life. As you may recall, David built what is called the kingdom of Judah, and it existed among, as you see here on the map, the other kingdoms in terms of the kingdom of Edom, Moab, the Philistines, Ammonites. David is reflecting on the results of his life. And he's also recalling the wars he has won, the wars he lost, the wars he should have lost, and the wars he should have won. And here in chapter 23, he's reflecting upon one of the wars he should have lost. Notice not only the reflection going on, but the return as David's mind goes back. First of all, he thinks about the retreat. He is in the heat of the battle. He's facing the Philistines, and something strange happens in the text. His men forsake him. When the Philistines poke fun at David's men at Pas Damian, that place there, it says Israel retreats. David's men leave him, standing there by himself. But not only is there the retreat, but also notice the reflex. All leave him except for one. It says, but Eleazar stood his ground and killed the Philistines right and left until he was exhausted. And here's the key point in which David says, but he never let go of his sword. Never let go of his sword. We see the retreat, the reflex, and the reasons, which bring us to our centering question in terms of El-ee-A-zar. Why he never let go of his sword? It's just David and El-ee-A-zar against the Philistines, and he killed Philistines right and left until he was exhausted, but he never let go of his sword. And here I'm again, this is where I struggle. Not only why did he never let go of his sword, but also why is David still fighting the Philistines? You remember, he started fighting the Philistines in his childhood, in his past. Remember, Goliath was a Philistine, and David took a brick, a rock, and knocked the spiritual hell out of Goliath. And he's been fighting Philistines ever since. Another place where I struggle in terms of theological crimes. Why did David's men retreat? What caused... There are two things that happen when faced with danger. There's fight or flight. They chose flight. What happened? And of course now there's always the question of is anything wrong with living to fight another day? I think in the book of Kenny Rogers it talks about you gotta know when to hold them and know when to fold them, know when to walk away. El-ee-A-zar, quick question. Why did El-ee-A-zar stay versus all of David's men leaving him? Why did he never let go of his sword, and he stayed at the time of danger. Who is this guy, El-ee-A-zar?